Hey guys! So today's episode is going to be a kids yoga. So the last Saturday of every month at the YMCA, I was teaching a family yoga. So this is kind of what it's going to be based around. So anywhere from the ages of, I'd say about 2 to about 9 would probably enjoy this. There's going to be some animals and we're going to be making some sounds, and that's why this video took me so long, because it's really hard to videotape myself making animal sounds. As always, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'm here to answer anything. Enjoy! So today we're going to get started lying on our backs. We're going to lie down on our back, and I want you to pretend that you're lying in your bed. And you feel so safe and so cozy. And you have a warm blanket wrapped all around you. And it makes your body melt into your bed. Now I want you to take a big smell through your nose. Someone's making you breakfast. Let's smell through our nose again. Big smell. So delicious. Let's smell through our nose again. Smells so good that you decide that you're going to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And then smell through your nose again. And this time when you smell through your nose, reach your hands all the way overhead and point your toes. It smells so delicious. So let's bend our knees and wiggle your knees from side to side. And then roll to one side or the other. And then I want you to sit on your bum and sit crisscross applesauce. Now I want you to sit tall like an adult on the side of your bed, and you decide that it's time to wake up. So let's do our wake up wiggles. Wiggle your nose. And wiggle your toes. And wiggle your knees. And wiggle these. Now let's wiggle everything. Wake up your body. Wake it up. Wake it up. And then stop. So let's sit tall like an adult. Let's smell through our breakfast again. Let's see if it's still there. That breakfast smells so good. So let's get dressed for the day. So I want you to sit on your bum, and I want you to sit tall like an adult. Both hands right now are on your lap. One hand reaches all the way up to the sky. Reach it up to the sky. Reach really far, really far. Can you have big adult hands? So spread your fingers really wide, and then pull your shirt down. Now let's do the other side. Reach up to the sky. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. So high that you can feel the stretch all the way along the side of your body. And then let's pull your shirts down. Now let's do our pants. So I want you to reach one leg up. Reach, 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 reach. Grab onto your ankle if you can. And then slide your pants on. And then let's do the other side. Reach, 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 reach. And slide it on. Then bring your feet out in front of you. And make your legs nice and long, but you can bend your knees as much as you need to, because now we're going to reach forward and put our socks on. Maybe tickle your toes while you're here. Slowly roll back up and sit crisscross applesauce again. So we're sitting at our breakfast table now, and this morning for breakfast I'm going to have eggs and avocado. So I want you to make up something for yourself to have for breakfast. It can be anything in this world. So I want you to sit tall like an adult, and then reach out to one side. Spread your fingers really wide. And the bigger your hands get, the more of a stretch you're going to feel into your arms and into your chest. So let's spread those fingers really wide, really wide, really wide. And then grab your fork. Now let's reach for your spoon really far, the other side. So far that you can feel that stretch. Big, big hands. Spread those fingers so wide and grab your spoon. Now, today for our breakfast, we're going to put our breakfast in a bowl, and then we're going to bring the feet together to touch. So see how my feet are touching, and then my knees are relaxing out to the side. Our breakfast is right in that bowl. So we're going to lean forward, and we're going to smell our breakfast first. Let's smell again. And then sit crisscross applesauce, and now let's eat our breakfast. Nom, 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 nom. And then rub your belly really, because it was really good. Now, what we need to do after we eat our breakfast is we brush our teeth. So let's sit tall like an adult and let's reach to one side and feel that same stretch that you felt before in your arm and in your chest. We're reaching for our toothbrush. Reach it really far, and grab it. Now let's reach the other side, really far for your toothpaste and grab it. Now put your toothpaste on your toothbrush. Now brush your teeth. Now do your tongue. Now let's do your cheeks. Oh, and I want you to make that sound. Oh, and the other side. Oh, and then put your toothpaste and toothbrush away, and then put your hands back onto your lap. Now, before we get out of our house this morning, we're going to meditate and sing Om. So I want your hands onto your lap, turn your palms to face up, bring your thumb and point your finger to touch. Now we breathe in through our nose, and we're going to sing Om together. Om. 2 more times, really low. Breathe in through your nose. Om. 1 more time, breathe in through your nose. Om. Great job. So what meditating does, when we sing Om, it lowers the vibration in our body, so we are calmer and we're more relaxed and we're ready to move our bodies. So let's stand up. So we're going to leave our house. So to do that, let's open the door to our house and let's close the door to our house. Walk down 5 stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now at the bottom of our stairs is a kitty cat. So let's come onto our hands and our knees. Now in your kitty cat, this is our cat-cow pose. So we breathe in to be a regular kitty cat, and when we breathe out, this kitty cat is scared, so we round our back up and we tuck our chin in. Breathe in, be a regular kitty cat, and breathe out, be a scared kitty cat. And maybe your kitty cat makes some sounds. Breathe in, meow, meow, meow. Breathe out, round your spine. 1 more time, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, be a regular kitty cat. Now let's stand back up and say goodbye to your kitty cat. Now let's keep walking down our path. And then our puppy dog comes to say hello to us. So we're going to be what we call in our yoga our downward dog. So I want your hands on the mat and your feet on the mat, and then lift your bum way up to the sky and wag your tail. And then maybe your puppy dog can make some woof, 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 woof. This is our downward dog in yoga. We do this pose so much. Woof, 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 woof. Then walk your feet towards your hands and then roll up and say goodbye to your puppy dog. Bye, puppy dog. Let's keep walking down our path. And then we open our gate and then we close our gate. So we're going to go on an adventure today to the zoo, but to get to the zoo, we are going to have to ride into our car. So I want you to sit on your bum. Now, I want your feet to stay on the floor, but your toes lift up. And I want you to grab behind your thighs so you can lean back. Now here, I want you to stay with your legs and your tummy in this position. Your tummy is going to feel like your brakes are coming on. Now I want you to grab your steering wheel. Now when I say green light go, we pick up our feet and we make sure that our tummy muscles are on so we don't fall backwards. Green light go. Red light stop. Green light go. Red light stop. Green light go. Green light, red light stop. Green light go. Red light stop. Urge. We got to the zoo. Let's stand up. Now before we get into the zoo, we have to pay the zookeeper. So I want you to bring your feet really close together. Bring your hand into your pocket. And then reach your hand into your pocket nice and far. See if you can reach for money. And you grab your money, but you notice that it's not quite enough. So we put our hand in our other pocket, and then we reach our hand. Do you feel that stretch in your side body? Feel that stretch, grab your money, and then you pay the zookeeper. And now let's open the gate to the zoo, and let's close the gate to the zoo. Let's walk down the path of the zoo. So the first animal that we are going to see has a big trunk. It is an elephant. Bring your feet nice and wide, but not so wide you can't get a good grip on the mat. So just a little bit wide. Bring your hands together like the trunk. Now, this elephant brings its trunk all the way down to the water. It collects water, and then it sprays water up. So collect water, and then bring it all the way up. Collect water, and then bring it all the way up. Collect water. Make your elephant make sounds while you're coming up. And bring your hands back down. Walk your feet back in and say goodbye to your elephant. Bye, elephant. Let's keep walking down the path of the zoo. Now the next animal that we are going to see has a long neck. It's a giraffe. So I want you to bring your feet together, bring your hands by your side. So I want you to keep your feet pushing down into the ground, but lift the top of your head up to the sky. Now this giraffe, it eats leaves on the tallest trees. So let's eat the leaves on the tallest trees. Now giraffes use their tongue. So I want you to stick out your tongue. Now we're going to be the tree that those leaves are on. So I want you to reach your hands out towards the corners of the room and be the branches of the tree. And keep one foot down, but bring your other foot onto your ankle. So this is going to be tricky for your balance. So maybe your toe stays on the floor. If you've got your balance and you want more, slide your foot up. This is called our tree pose in yoga. And it's important to find balance because it makes us so strong. So let's be our tree pose on the other side. The other foot comes down and your other foot comes onto your ankle. Keep your branches out. Make them really far. Maybe you want your foot to come up a little bit. Find your branches reaching out. Become a bigger, taller tree. And then both feet come back down, both hands come back down. Let's keep walking down our path. Say goodbye to your giraffe. Bye, giraffe. We're walking down our path. Now the next animal that we get to go see likes to eat bananas, and it makes a lot of noise. It's a monkey. So I want you to bring your feet a little bit wider apart, just like your elephant. But see how my toes are saying goodbye to each other? They're not saying hello. So I want you to make sure your toes are saying goodbye. Now I want you to bring your knees down. Bend your knees so you bring your bum down. Now our monkey is going to scratch its armpits. See if you can keep your bum down while you walk like a monkey. And then stand back up and then bring your feet back together. So monkeys like to eat bananas, so we're going to eat our banana. Reach your hands all the way up to the sky, shoulders relax down, and then bring one hand down by your pocket, and then the other hand reaches all the way up and over. Now I want you to see if you can send your breath into the side banana. Now let's do the other side. Reach both hands up, and then bring your other hand down by your pocket and reach all the way up and over. Do you feel that stretchy banana? And then both hands reach back up, and then bring your hands down. Let's walk down our path. Say goodbye to your monkey. Goodbye, monkey. So the next animal that we're going to see has a big mane around it, and it makes scary noises. Bring your feet a little bit wider, but not as wide as your elephant. This is your lion's pose. So we're not as wide as our elephant because we want to make sure that our knees are going to be over top of our ankles. Let's bring our bum down, but our bum is not going to touch the floor. So my bum's just hovering above the floor, and my knees are pointing in the same direction as my toes. Now I want you to get your lion claws out. So in yoga, we have something called our lion's breath. So that's what we're going to do now. So we breathe in through our nose, and then we stick out our tongue as far as we can. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe in. One more time. Stick out your tongue as far as you can. Good job. Stand back up and then bring your feet back together, and let's walk away really fast from our lion because it's really scary, and say goodbye to your lion. Goodbye, lion. Good job. Now the next animal that we are going to see lives in a swampy water. It's kind of yucky water, and it's got lots of teeth. This animal is an alligator. So I want you to lay down onto your belly. Now our alligator, it has its hands underneath of its shoulders. And so now our alligator decides to swim. So I want you to lift your belly button up off the floor, but our legs are glued onto the floor. And are reaching our hands out like the mouth of an alligator. And then we swim to one side. And this alligator is looking for food. Swim to the other side. And then to the other side. And to the other side. And to the other side. And now our alligator sees some food, so we reach our hands up and we go, hum, 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 and then bring it back down. And go to one side. And the other side. And the other side. And you should feel your back muscles working here. But we're not going to feel any pinching. We're just going to feel our muscles working. Now lift up your hands and your elbows and eat your food. Nom, 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 nom. And then bring your hands back down and swim to one side and the other side and the other side. And one more time, eat your food. Nom, 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 nom. Good job. Now bring your hand back down underneath of your shoulder. Now on the side of this swampy water, there's something slithering in the grass. And in yoga, we have something called our cobra pose. So I'm going to keep your hands underneath of your shoulder, but we're not going to push into our hands. So we're going to breathe in, and our snake looks up in front of us. But we're not going to push into our hands, so you can even wave at the floor. And then bring yourself back down. Keep your legs pushing down into the ground. Belly button is lifting off the ground. And then lift your heart up and wave to the floor. And you can even slither like a snake. And then bring yourself back down. One more time. Let's lift back up. And then bring yourself back down. I want you to curl your toes under so your toes are pushing into the mat. And then push into your hands. Lift your bum up to the sky for our downward dog. Wave your tail. Now that dog is on the side of the swamp. It's in the grassy field beside the swamp. Now let's walk your feet towards your hands and roll back up. Good job. So now we start walking through a field. And this field has beautiful flowers all over it because it's springtime and there's flowers everywhere. Now these flowers can be any color or any type of flower that you want. And they're surrounding you. So what we're going to do, because these are wildflowers, we're able to pick them because they're not endangered. So we're going to bring our feet together to touch. And then we're going to sweep our hands down towards the earth. We're going to gather up these flowers, and I want you to hold here. This is called our forward fold. And I want you to bring your head down as low as it feels good and smell those flowers. It smells so good. Smell those flowers good. It smells so good. So I want you to keep these flowers in your hands and roll up. And I want you to smell these flowers right again. These smell so good. These smell so good that you decide that you're going to keep them. So you put them in your pocket for later. Now let's keep walking through that grassy, flowery field. And in the distance, you see a wild horse. It's so beautiful. Let's bring our hands onto the ground and your feet onto the ground. And now this horse is our downward dog. So it lifts its bum up to the sky. Now, if you want to be a wild horse that is galloping through the field, you can bend a little bit in your knees and then just hop, 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 neigh, 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 neigh. Good job. Now bring your knees down onto the ground. Now in this grassy field is a rock, so we're going to bring a rock pose. So uncurl your toes, the tops of your feet are onto the mat, bring your bum towards your feet, and then be the smallest, stillest rock you can be. So this is called our child's pose in yoga. And this is a time to take our breath into the back side of our body. Breathe in and breathe out. We're going to roll up and we're going to sit on this rock. And again, these flowers are all around us in this grassy, flowery field. So what we're going to do right now is be a twisty flower. So we're sitting on this rock. Bring both hands up to the sky. Now I want you to bring one hand to the opposite knee. So it's the opposite side that your hand is on. Now this hand that's up to the sky is going to come down onto the ground behind you. Now because we're that twisty flower, we're going to look and see if we can see the flower behind us. And when you breathe in, this flower becomes a little bit taller. I want you to feel your breath coming in and out through your nose. Breathe in, bring both hands up to the sky. And let's do the other side. So your other hand comes to the opposite knee, and that hand that's up to the sky is going to come behind us onto the ground. And see if you can look behind you to see that flower that's reaching behind you. And each time you breathe in, I want you to become a little bit taller, a little bit longer of a flower. And each time you breathe out, see if you can look behind you. And breathe in, bring both hands back onto your lap. And you notice that while you're sitting in this grassy field, that it's starting to become nighttime. So it's time to start heading back home. So let's stand back up. And at nighttime, what's in the sky, there's lots of things in the sky, but the first thing that we're going to be is a star. So this is called our five-pointed star in yoga. Bring your feet a little bit wider. Bring your hands out towards the corners of the room, and I want you to shine bright like a star. So that light comes from your belly button, and it reaches out into your legs and into your hands, and you're going to shine so, so bright, like the star that you are. Breathe in. Good job. Bring your hands back down. Now I want one foot to face the front of your mat. And your other foot comes in a little bit and come onto your toe so your heel lifts. Bring your hand closest to your foot that's pointing forward, down, and then bring your other hand up to the sky. Now, we're going to be a teeter-totter here for our balancing half moon. Bring that back leg up as your upper body comes down. Good job. Now this is called our balancing half moon. Bring yourself back up. Now let's face the other way. So your other foot points towards the front of your mat. Your hand reaches down. The other hand comes up. Come onto your back toe so your heel lifts. And then let's lift that back leg as your upper body comes down. And this is tricky for our balance. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Come back into it. And bring yourself back up. So that was our balancing half moon. Bring your feet together. This is going to be our crescent moon. Bring both hands up. And then slide one foot back. And bring your hand closest to the back of your leg, onto the back of your thigh. And let's look up towards the sky. And notice how beautiful the moon is. And then bring your front hand down. Let's come into the other side. Bring your hand onto the back of your leg and your other hand reaches up. And look up to the sky. And the moon is so beautiful. And then bring that front hand back down. I want you to step to the front of your mat. Both hands reach all the way up to the sky. And then both feet come back down. And then let's step back into our downward dog here. So we have come back to our house, and now our dog is saying hello to us. And now our kitty cat says hello to us, so bring your knees down onto the ground and be your cat-cow. Breathe out when you round your spine. Breathe in, be a regular kitty. Breathe out, be a scared kitty. Breathe in, be a regular kitty. Breathe out, be a scared kitty. Breathe in, be a regular kitty. And now we get into our cozy bed. So I want you to sit on your bum. And I want you to take the flowers out that you put in your pocket, and I want you to put them in the vase right beside your bed. And now we're going to lay down onto our backs again. And again, I want you to imagine that you have a blanket wrapped all around you. And this time I want you to close your eyes. And if you're having a hard time closing your eyes, cover your eyes with your hands. And when we're lying in our bed, I want you to imagine that you are a rag doll. So you can't move at all. Now when you breathe in, I want you to smell your flowers. They smell so good that it relaxes your body with each breath in that you take. You feel so calm and so relaxed. Now it's normal for your brain to start thinking about things. But when we're in yoga, we notice those things, but then we come back to our breath. So smell your flowers again. Try to make your mind and your body as calm as possible. Now wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And roll to one side or the other. And push into your hand. And sit on your bum, crisscross applesauce. Now at the end of your yoga class, bring your hands together to touch at your heart. And in yoga, we say namaste. So that means the light in me, so remember when we were stars, the light was shining? The light in me honors the light in you. So let's say that together. Namaste. Thank you so much for doing yoga with me today.